Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to trim your eyebrows. Look at my eyebrow on the top right corner. This is after I trimmed it. It looks very neat and it won't give me no issues when I'm trying to draw. So this is what I'm starting off with. I'm going to be using a hair brush. Obviously that's a toothbrush, but that's what I use for my eyebrow. I'm going to be using a razor, also a mirror because I need it to be up close for me to see what I'm doing. So I'm starting off by, of course, using a brand new razor. I advise, please make sure you're using a brand new razor. That way you're sure that you're not going to get any form of infection, whatever, and it's going to be very, very easy for you. I'm starting off by brushing my eyebrow upwards because I want to make sure that in any level my eyebrow is, it's going to just do the job. And it's going to stay neatly. I'm starting off by trimming off all the excess from the top corner. I have to be careful to ensure that I'm doing this and I'm following what my face looks like. So I go on and continue all the way from the top to the end. And I'm trimming, and I'm also making sure that I'm looking at what my eyebrow looks like so I don't do it out of proportion. So next step, I am brushing it down and I'm going to be doing the same thing down. I'm trimming off all the excesses underneath my eyebrow. I'm very careful to make sure I don't trim where I don't want to trim, so I have to make sure from time to time I brush off the excess and keep on trimming. And I also have to make sure that I'm looking at what I'm doing. You can see that I am not trimming off my brows completely. I'm just focusing on the edges. So I always trim my brows myself, and most times people ask me, oh, I like the way your brows look. This is not my brow naturally. This is what it looks like when I trim. And this makes it really easy for you if you have to draw your brows. You don't need to stress trying to find a shape. Now look at the difference between the side and the other side. It just looks perfect. So brushing it up or brushing it down, my eyebrows look like, you can't compare it to the other side. So I go ahead with the top again because I like it to be really clean. I like to have a very perfect finish. So I'm going to make sure that I am trimming off to the point where it is so neat that when I just, I don't even need to take my time and use concealer. I would just go ahead and fill in my brows and it look perfect. I feel this technique is what everybody should actually learn how to do, because this technique helps you to trim your brows in such a way that when you feel them, it looks like you actually microbladed them. It looks like you went for like a perfect microblading. Look at that. And there's just this thing about the eyebrows. It just gives you this perfect look. It makes your face look very neat. It gives you this very clear look. Just take a look at the difference between this side and this other side of my face. Of course, I'm going to be doing the same thing on this other side of my face now. I'm trimming off, obviously, from the down part. The excesses, you can see the difference when I trim. Also have to make sure that I compare it to the other side of my face. I'm just going to follow the same tip. I'm going to make sure that it is neat. So I'm going to do the same thing by making sure I brush down and trim. Brushing down and trimming it, as well as brushing up and trimming it, is going to help me to ensure that whenever my brows, whatever level it is, whether up or down, my brows just look perfect. They will just maintain a very, very nice, even shape. So I always like to trim off the excesses from the top. That way it helps the brow to look very neat. So all those tiny little hairs that go around the eyebrows, this will definitely help it to stand out. Obviously, as you must have heard, no two brow is the same, no part of your body is the same. Even if you have, you check your two hands, they're not the same. Your two ears, they're not exactly the same. So are the eyebrows. So as much as I can, I try to make sure that I carve them enough to look so much alike, even if they won't look exactly alike. But by the time I put my eye pencil in concealer, it's going to look just the same. But while trimming the hair, it doesn't grow in the same proportion. I noticed that one side of my eyebrow tends to have a very high arc and the other is lower, and one side tends to have way longer hair than the other side. So of course I try to just make sure that it just rhymes and try to look as much as possible. I could always elongate, with it. So I try to measure my arc and ensure that okay, it's standing on the same frame. It just has the same arc. One is not too high than the other. And because of how long one is, I always try to make sure I reduce one just to make sure it looks like the other side of my face. This is the final look of my brows. This is what I have left when I'm done carving. I hope this video was really helpful. Do make sure you subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to also turn on the notification bell so you don't miss out on any more of my videos. Thank you so much guys for joining me again today. I hope this video was really helpful. If it was, please make sure you give this video a thumbs up. See you again in my next video. I remain your girlfriend, Success Jimmy. Bye for now. See you.